Greetings, everyone, and welcome to today's presentation. Today, we are going to look at the use of the official grade report, OGR sheet, developed for CLARETIAN University of Nigeria. We are going to take our discussion in 4 parts. That's how to use the OGR sheet for CLARETIAN University of Nigeria. So the first part will be on how to open and save the CUN-OGR template. That's going to be the first thing we'll discuss. So part 1 is how to open and save the OGR template. Then part 2, we'll look at how to enter results on the OGR template. Part 3, we are going to look at how to print the results from the template. And then part 4, finally, we'll look at the multi-version component of the OGR. So we're going to start our discussion by looking at how to open and save the OGR template. The OGR template is in Microsoft Excel. So we just assume that you can open the file. It comes with a generic name. It's already opened here on the screen. So now it comes with this generic name, which is CUN-OGR Specimen 1. So now what you have to do is you have to save this with respect to the particular course you want to enter. So here we are going to assume that we are entering results on, let's say, Maths 101, which is General Mathematics 1. And we are going to enter the results for students of biochemistry. So what we have to do is to, first of all, save this file, CUN-OGR specimen, save it as biochemistry file or Maths 101 file for biochemistry students. So that if you now have another course, let's say Physics 101 for biochemistry, then you can also use it and save. So the first thing you do is to do save as. And to do save as, you go to File, then you click on Save As. Of course, when you do that, it brings you to this platform. So you can now change the name. Remember, we are dealing with Maths 101, and it's for biochemistry students. And let's say it is during the 2021-2022 academic session. And of course, Maths 101 is a first semester course. So you must use your file name so that it will capture all these details and make it unique. First, we start with the department. Since it's biochemistry, it's for students of biochemistry, and it's going to go to biochemistry department, though the course was taught in mathematics, but it is for biochemistry students. So the document actually belongs to biochemistry students. It will be sent to them at the end of the day. The same thing, if it's a physics course and it's a for biochemistry students, you will save it with biochemistry. So the file name should be biochemistry. You can put the acronym, which is BCH. Now, to distinguish between first and second semester, for first semester courses, we can put 1 to identify as a first semester course. Then you can now put the year or the academic session you are dealing with. So we are dealing with 2021 to 2022. Then the course is now Maths 101, MTH 101. So this is what we are suggesting. This will make it very unique. So it's for biochemistry. 1 is for first semester. Then they put the session and put the course code. So you can now click on Save. So you see the name has changed here to BCH1 2021-2022 session, Maths 101. So we are done with how to open and save the OGR. to reflect the particular course you are dealing with and the particular set of students. Now let's go to entering results on the template. How do we enter results on this template? Now, to do that, let's get back to the template. First, I would like to draw your attention to the fact that here, this template actually has 3 worksheets. You can see the first worksheet here is called raw data. That's actually where you enter data, the raw data. Then the second worksheet here is called the result worksheet. So this result worksheet is for the purpose of printing hard copy of the results. So it's print ready, there's no formatting. Once you enter your data on the raw data worksheet, it will appear automatically on the result worksheet. You don't need to do any formatting here. You don't need to type any data here. You simply go ahead and print it. And then, of course, you can see there, this result worksheet has provision to accommodate up to 40 students in a class. And then when you print it, there'll be signature. The examiner will first of all sign. We don't put names here, just the signature of the examiner who taught the course. Then the head of department will sign after the results has been approved by the departmental board of studies. Then finally, the dean will sign after the result has been approved by the school board of studies. Of course, the grading system is there. When we enter data, you will see that the summary of the result will appear in this place. So, but for now, you don't need to type anything here necessarily. So the entries here will come up automatically to enable us print hard copy of the result. Now, the third worksheet is the upload worksheet. Now, this upload worksheet, again, all the data in the upload worksheet come up automatically. And these are the items that are required to upload this result on the portal. So once you put your raw data here, then the OGR will produce the result sheet, which is hard copy, which we can print and get hard copy for Senate approval. Then at the same time, simultaneously, it also gives us or generates the data that we need to upload the result on the portal. So this OGR is using one stone to kill 2 birds. So by using the singular OGR, you'll be able to produce hard copy results from here, from the result worksheet, and at the same time, you'll be able to generate all the data that you need to upload on the portal. Those in ICT, which simply handle this worksheet, they copy the results that are here, save it in a CSV file, and get it uploaded. So how do we enter the data? We enter data only on the raw data worksheet. Now, entering data here, let me just summarize. There are only 2 types of data that you enter here. What's the first type of data? The first type of data are this preliminary information about the course. For instance, what is the school of the student? Here we are dealing with biochemistry students, so their school will be a school of science. Then what is the student's department? Again, we can say it's biochemistry. What's the title of the course? We are dealing with Maths 101, which is Elementary Mathematics 1. Then the school offering the course, instead of the mathematics is also a school of science, so you put it there. Then the semester for the course, Maths 101 is the first semester, so you put first semester here. If it's a second semester, you put second. Then the session we are dealing with, here we are assuming we are dealing with 2021, 2022 academic session. The course codes, definitely we are, for example, purposes, we are using Maths 101. The number of units, I think it's about 3 units, so we put 3 units here. Then the date, you again put the date, that's all. So that's the first data that you put in. And what we are saying is that once you put in this data on the raw data worksheet, they will appear automatically on the result worksheet. You can see there's nothing on this result worksheet now. So, but by the time you begin to put data on the raw data worksheet, then the result worksheet will be populated. And at the same time, the upload worksheet will also be populated. So that's the first set of data we put on the raw data, which is the preliminary information. Then secondly, you now zero down to the results of students on that particular course. So you put, remember this OGR is being prepared by examiner from mathematics department, but he is preparing it for students of biochemistry. So the names of the students here, after they've done the exam, from the attendance list, the lecturer in mathematics should be able to get the names of students in biochemistry. That is from the attendance sheet. So you now put their names here. This OGR has the provision to take up to 600 students on this particular OGR. So you put the names of biochemistry students here, put their age numbers here, then put their department acronym, which is BCH. So here you put BCH just for printing purposes. Then for online purposes, here the students department, you write it in full. Write biochemistry in full here. But under this department, you just put the acronym, which is BCH. Then you put the test score. Then if it's a course that has lab components, mathematics, where Maths 101 doesn't have a lab component, but if it's a course that has a lab component, you put the lab score here. If it doesn't have, you leave it empty. And then you put your exam score. That's all. The total here will come up automatically. Then in the result worksheet and in the upload worksheet, all the entries there will come up automatically. So what do we do in the second part? Second part is just put the name of the student, put the registration number, put his department, then put the test score, and put the exam score. That's all. So the work is done. The OGR is produced automatically. So let's now take an example to illustrate that. So the school of the course, now these things are written in lowercase letters. So you may do your typing in uppercase. So school of the student, let's type science. Then the department, let's say biochemistry. And the title of the course, let's say elementary mathematics. Elementary mathematics 1. Of course, the school offering the course, the School of Science, the semester we are looking at is first semester. The session, we say 2021, 2022. The course code is Maths 101. Please, this is very, very important. And I want you to pay particular attention to this. Please, very, very important. Now, the course code here is MTH 101. Usually, we normally put space between the MTH and the 101. But for the purpose of using this template, there should be no space between MTH and 101. So it is not MTH space 101. No, sir. It's simply MTH 101. Please take note of that. Then you can put the date. Today's date is August 4th, 2023. So you can type 04, August is 08, then 2023. That's today's date. Then the Maths 101, let's say, is 3 units. So that's the first part of the job. Very simple. Once you do this, all the information will be reflected on the result worksheet. For instance, if you go to result worksheet, you can now see it has filled up this. Let me expand this so that you can see it properly. So you can see the information has come up here. So the School of Science is biochemistry, it's elementary mathematics 1, is science, first semester 2022, course code is Maths 101, units is 3. And the date you are preparing the result is there. Print ready. Now, this is the first page that has 40 students. You see 40 students. By the time, of course, it ended with page 1 here. So by the time you get to page 2, you can see the headings are already here automatically. So you don't need to be typing from one page. This now is from page 41 to, sorry, student number 41 to student number 80 on this second page, that's page 2. Then you get to page 3, which starts from 81 and so on and so forth. So what I'm saying here is that this preliminary information has appeared here automatically. Of course, the results are not here. By the time we go to raw data and complete the second part of our data entry, which is putting the student's result, they will appear here. If you go to upload, you can, okay, nothing has appeared here on the upload because this one we have to do with the semester results. So we go back to result worksheet, sorry, to raw data worksheet, and then complete this information. So you now put the names of the students. For instance, to make it easy for us, let's say this is student number 1. Student number 1. You can always enlarge this. So let's say student number 1 here. Okay. Then the next one, let's assume we have student number 2, number 3. I don't know how many. Let's take 10 students for the meantime. Okay. So we now have student number 1. Student, we put their name. This could be Ekechuku, whoever, or Basi, whatever, Joshua, whatever. So you put their names. So let's use this as the names of the students. Then you put their reg number. Let's put their reg number as CUN/2021. Let's say /1231. Okay. Let's take that as the reg number for this first student. Other students, we can also have their reg numbers or matric numbers. So let's assume these are their reg numbers. This is 001, 002, 003, up to 0010. So you put the reg numbers. Then, of course, the departmental acronym is BCH. Make sure you scroll up. So you put BCH as the department of the students. We can take it down to student number 10. Then you now put the test score. So the test score, the lab score, if any, and the exam, that's all. You stop there. That's all. And your work is done. Very simple. So test score, mathematics has no lab component. So the test is over 30 and the exam is over 70. So let's assume these students score 23 and the exam, you can see the total is coming up automatically. So exam is over 70. Let's assume he scored 45. So in the same way, you fill up all this. So you fill up the scores for the students here. Let's just put in some figures. 23, 22, 21. Okay. So now that is the scores. Okay. Then the exams, you also put in the exams. The exam is over 70. Some are getting 23. Some is getting 34, 70. This one is getting 54. Let's assume somebody even has 65. This person has 32. Somebody didn't do very well, has 12. This person has 32. And let's say this person has 45. And this person has 27. Okay, so we are done. That's all. So once you do this, you've completed entering the data. So you put the preliminary information and then put the student's result. The student result, just put the test, the exam, and the lab, if it has lab component, that's all. So by the time you get to result worksheet now, you see that the OGR is ready for printing. So that's what you get. You can see the results are here. Looking very beautiful. That's the name of the students. That is their reg numbers. Here you have the department, here you have the test score. Of course, there's no lab. You have exam score here, you have the total, you have the grade coming up automatically, you have remark, whether it is pass or fail. Then importantly, if you get to this place, you will see the summary at the bottom here. You see the summary appears automatically. So A is one person had an A, B, 3 persons, C is 1, D is 3, and E, nobody had an E. We have 2F. Of course, percentage failure is 20%. So when you present this for departmental Board of Studies meeting, they will simply look at the summary page here and use it to assess. If they feel that the percentage failure is so much, then the boards can take decisions to moderate the result. So, and we are saying that this is print ready. You don't need to do any adjustment. You can print hard copy of this. We are going to get that in our next discussion. And then for online purposes, if you go to upload, you can see this has been populated automatically. This is what ICT needs to be able to populate, to be able to upload these results. So they just come here. If you give them OGR, they just come here, copy this result, put it in CSV, and they'll be able to upload. So the exam is there. The continuous assessment combines the test and the lab. So if there's lab and test, they will be combined here as continuous assessment for the purpose of upload on the portal. Then the total is here, the grades are here, the course title, you can see it has picked it automatically. The department has been picked, the semester, first semester is been picked, and the session is there. 100 level, because we are dealing with Maths 101, is 100 level, it comes up automatically. And this has to do with the way we write the course code. So that's why we say there should be no space. For instance, if it's a 200 level course, then when you get to raw data, you type Maths 201. For instance, if we type Maths 201 here, so there's no space. As long as there's no space between the maths and between the alphabet and this, it will pick it. It will now recognize it as a 200 level course. So if you go to upload, you can see it has automatically changed to 200. So please, let's be careful with how we type our course codes in the raw data. There should be no space. There should be no space. So that's how it works. So we are done with how to enter results on the template. So we go to part 3 of this discussion, which is how to print the hard copy. Of course, we don't print the upload. The upload is there for ICT people to copy, convert to CSV file, and upload. But while ICT is doing that, we need to consider these results at departmental level. We need to consider them at school level. So what we do, we need hard copy. And you print the hard copy from the results worksheet. So let me show us how to do the printing from the result worksheet. So we're here in the result worksheet. Okay, let me increase this a bit so that it will be more than one page. Let me assume we have more than 40 students. We have up to 41. Of course, once you have more than 41 students, this summary will move from this page 1 and then go to page 2, go to the bottom left of page 2. So if you have up to 41 to 80 students, then the summary will be displayed here. If you have up to 81 students to 120 students, then the summary is going to appear somewhere here at the end of the 120. The summary will appear here. So remember I said that this can take 600 students with 40 on a page. That gives you 15 pages. So when you are going to print, you just look at where the summary result appears. If the summary result is here on page 3, it means you are going to print pages 1 to 3. If the summary result with less than 80 students is here, that's on page 2, then you print from page 1 to 2. But as it is now, if we are dealing with 10 students, not up to 40 or not above 40, you can see that the summary appeared here, which is page 1. So we'll only print page 1. So, but I want to print 2 pages. So let me fill up this. Let me get up to more than 40 students so that it will enter page 2. We can print 2 pages. So I go to raw data. Let me just duplicate, multiply this. Let's say from student number 10. Let me copy this. Remember, you stop at the exams, the exam score, which is here. Yeah, that's the exam score. So we stop there because the total will come up automatically. So let's assume we feed in this for the rest of the students. Let me get up to, let me say up to 50 students. Okay, it's actually 45. So this is 45. So this is student number 45. So it's okay, we can use that. Okay, let me make it 50. 50 students. So I'm going to increase this, say up to 50. That's fine. This is student number 50. Of course, his range number is this, and of course, the course is there. So immediately you get up to 50 students, see what happens in the result worksheet. So you can see the summary has shifted, has moved. It's no longer on this page 1. It's no longer on the page 1. So the summary is now, you can see 41 students, the result is there, up to 50, neatly shown on page 2. And now the summary is here on page 2. So the summary is here. So we are going to print from page 1 to page 2. Now, how do you do that? There are 2 ways you will do that. First, you print it to PDF. Now, let me show you how to print it to PDF. It's actually converting it to PDF so that you can now use any printer and print it. So you go to File, then go to Print. You can see Print here. Then you make sure that the printer you are using here is Microsoft to print, Microsoft Print to PDF. So there are different printers in this system. So, but the one that you pick is Microsoft Print to PDF because we want to convert this Excel file to PDF. So once you do this, you choose the pages. Here we are printing from page 1 to page 2. Again, make sure this is portrait, and then you are using F4. Once that is the case, then you now go to print. So you click on print so that it can convert the Excel file to PDF file. You can see it is converting it to PDF file. So you put the name. Remember, this is for BCH. First semester is 1. The session is 2021 to 2022. And the course is Maths 101. So I'm saving it on my desktop. So you just say save. So that's how to print. If we print 2 pages on PDF, for us to see it, let me go to my desktop. So I get to my desktop. You can see the file is here, BCH 2021 to 2022 Maths 101. So when you open it in PDF, now this is what you have. You can see how beautiful it's looking. So that's what you have. It's print ready. There's nothing wrong. This biochemistry, today's date is there. So these are the students. These are their results. Of course, the examiner will sign here. This the necessary signature. That's page 1. Then this is page 2 here, just for 50 students. And of course, the summary of the results is captured here. You can see it stopped at page 2. So that's how to print. That's one method on how to print. For the sake of time, we can stop here The second method, actually, maybe we can consider it later. So I don't want this video to be too long. So in what that means is we are done with printing of the result. So we've seen how to print it. You print a PDF. You see those 2 pages there. You can take it to any printer and now print it, and it will not, the formatting will not have any issues. So the final thing we are going to look at is the multi-version component of the OGR, though that may not concern us so much, but you see the grading system here. The grading system is written here. 70 and above is A, you have 60 to 69B and all that. There was a time NUC introduced that anything below 45 is an F. That is failure if you have 0 to 44. So though it may not be applied to Claretia University, but for universities where that is applicable, it's easy. Once you enter your results in the raw data, they are there. You can change to any grading system. For instance, if you want to change to that grading system, you just come here on remark, click on that remark, change version 1 to version 2. Once you do that, you see the grading will change automatically. It will change automatically. Instead that we don't have 44 here. Maybe I should make one of the courses to be 44 so that you see it, because it will not show here. But in any case, you can see the grading system have changed automatically. So let me make one of the scores 44. For this first student, he has 23 in the exam, and to get 44, let's assume he has 21 here. Exactly, so that's 44. Now, with this grading system, you can see that 44 is an F. That's if you change this to remark 2. It will automatically convert this 44 to F. And of course, it's going to reflect in the summary of results. The summary, you can now see F has increased up to 3. Okay, so but if you are using the first version, in other words, which is what you are supposed to be using now, so, and it is default by default of this template, it uses this remark 1. So you can see the 44 has automatically converted to, or it's been converted to E according to version 1 grading system. So that brings us to the end of the discussion. So by way of conclusion, we are saying that it's our expectation that this software, this OGR template, will contribute greatly to the progress of our great university. Thank you, and God bless you.